All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is December 6, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land. All right, let's take a look at some charts today. Another tough day. 10-minute chart. What makes it a tough day? You're coming up over the 8, over VWAP. Now you're under the 8. Now you're over the 8. Now you're under the 8. Now you're over the 8. That makes for a tough day. All right, so here's SPY on the 10-minute chart. Got a 10-minute uptrend coming into the close. Little push right there at the end of the close. Bears failed to fill the gap. Tells me bulls are still in town. Let's take a look at our 2-hour chart. 2-hour uptrend coming into the close. You got the faster moving average, the 3 EMA over the 8. All three, price 3 and the 8 over the rising 17. Bulls are still in town on SPY. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Daily chart, another new all-time high for SPY today. Okay, doesn't get any better than that. Enough said. It's bullish. Let's take a look at the MMRP. Price action for MMRP. We got igniting 4 candles right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 green igniting candles. Then we got 4 pause candles right there. And then we got a check of support. You can see how these candles come down and touch the support area. So we got 4 candles checking the support area. Then we got our first price advancement move, which is going to be a group of 4 candles in a row. So we'll start with first 4. And you notice they make a higher low and a higher high. Second group, we had a holiday, so we're going to take 3. And they make a higher low and a higher high. Third group, they make a higher low and a higher high. Okay, so group 1 makes a higher low and a higher high. Group 2 makes a higher low and a higher high. Group 3 makes a higher low and a higher high. I'm just going to say that completes the MMRP. We could get one more group of 4 going to the upside here. We'll see what happens come next week. All right, but that does, I usually only count on 3 price advancement moves, but I've seen instances when the market's really bullish that we get 7 or 8 or even 10. So we'll see what happens. There's SPY. Price just grinding up, all right? This could go parabolic. SPY, just want to say, no signs of exhaustion yet, all right? So the top does not seem to be in. Not to mention, bears failed to fill the gap today, all right? So we had the gap. This is where we closed yesterday, this dotted dash. And the bears failed to fill the gap. We even made a lower high here, and they just couldn't get it done. And then we got a little rally coming into the close. Couldn't quite get over VWAP there, but all in all, pretty good. All right, so SPY on the daily, again, new all-time high. Doesn't get any better than that. Let's take a look at QQQ. On the QQQ, new all-time high. Doesn't get any better than that. Let's take a look at FNGU. Another new all-time high. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow got a lower high and a lower low, closing underneath the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. Diamond Dow, price action, moving up and holding the higher ground up here. That's bullish. Diamond Dow, let's see what we got on the scratch form. All right, up in quadrant 4, up over a prior all-time high anchored VWAP, up over a rising 17. Everything's still bullish about Diamond Dow. All right, let's take a look at IWM. IWM put in an inside day. It's a higher low and a lower high, closing under bullish cross and above the rising 17 EMA. and above a prior all-time high anchored VWAP up in quadrant 4. Everything's still bullish about IWM. So you got SPY, QQQ, and FNGU making new all-time highs. That's bullish. You got IWM and Diamond Dow up in quadrant 4 over prior all-time high anchored VWAPs. That's bullish. All right, let's take a look at T2122. And we spent the day in the seller's chop zone all day, making the bulls feel uncomfortable down here. Okay, notice we do have a trajectory that is sloping to the downside. See the tops there? You wouldn't know it, being today we did it again, made new all-time highs. All right, let's take a look at T2123. T2123, you see T2122, see the trajectory is down and we hung out inside the sell zone all day. So T2123, selling from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, a little bit of rally into the end of the day. Looking like it's coming close to connecting with the rising 200 SMA. Still up in quadrant 4, this is still bullish. Still over the 200 SMA, still bullish. T2123, still bullish up here. Same chart, but on a 3-bar time frame. All right, price action up over the rising 17 EMA. 3 more green candle bars. Price over the rising 200 SMA, stuck in quadrant 4. That's good. Price action currently, okay, it's moving up and holding the higher ground. Moving up and holding this higher ground. That's still bullish. Let's take a look at FNGU. It's probably going to be green all day. And FNGU, green from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Just bullied all day long. Putting in some space over that rising 200 SMA. Putting in some space over a prior all-time high anchored VWAP. That's the pink line there. Okay, FNGU is very bullish. All right, let's take a look at some sectors. We'll start off with precious metals. Start over here. Start off with silver. Silver's in a downtrend. Silver's in a downtrend and currently in a bear flag. Okay, sloping down and then holding the lower ground. That's a bear flag right there. Silver currently over the midpoint. That's bullish. But stuck in the bear flag. Silver also in a downtrend because they popped this low right here with these candles there. Okay, so they pop this low with these candles, converting the uptrend into a downtrend. All right, because they made a lower low. Price action for today is this red candle here, lower high, lower low, closing inside a bullish trap, but underneath the 17 EMA, over the midpoint, over prior 12-year high anchored VWAPs right under 12-year high anchored VWAPs right there. So price action not quite as strong as gold, almost looking like it's setting up a head and shoulders pattern. This would be the left shoulder, right shoulder, and that would be the head. Okay, so silver still bullish up here over the midpoint, but you know, just not showing any signs of going up right now. It's in a downtrend. All right, let's take a look at gold. Gold price action here. Notice they popped this low right here with these candles right there. All right, so that made that converted the uptrend into a downtrend right there because they made a lower low. Price action, ever since making that low, has done nothing but gone up. A little bit more bullish on GLD. They're hanging out here in the upper third. That is bullish. Price action from this low has gone up and held this higher ground up here. They're knocking on the door of the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. They're in the upper third. That's bullish. Not quite in the upper quadrant, but that's still good right where they are. Price action for today, I'm going to have to zoom in. Okay, we got a low sells. Looks like an inside day. The low is 242.15. The low is 242.43. Okay, so an inside day. It's a lower high. and a higher low, closing underneath a bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA, but still in the upper third. So that's bullish, staying in the upper third there. Okay, still in a downtrend on GLD. So both precious metals are kind of stuck in a downtrend for right now. Let's take a look at energy, UNG. All right, UNG in a downtrend. Why? Because they took out this low right here with these candles right here. So that converted the uptrend into a downtrend. Price action for UNG today, lower high, lower low, closing inside a bearish trap underneath the falling 17. Stuck in quadrant 1, everything bearish about UNG. Why? It's in quadrant 1, it's underneath the 17, it's in a downtrend, and it's making lower highs and lower lows. All right, so there's UNG in a downtrend. Nothing pretty about UNG for the bulls. Let's take a look at USO. All right, USO currently consolidating. All right, it is in an uptrend, and they converted the downtrend to an uptrend when they took out that high right there and made a higher high. Ever since making that higher high, they have not been able to convert another higher high, nor have they been able to convert a lower low. Looks like we got a lower low here today on this low right here. We're going to put in the consolidation wedge, and we'll use some lines here. So there's the top side of that consolidation wedge, and here's the bottom side of that consolidation wedge. You can see we're having a breakout to the downside right now. Okay, so there's USO, looking like we're going to probably break down and test this breakup candle low right there. So there's USO, still in an uptrend, except for today. Looks like they've converted that uptrend to a downtrend by taking out that low right there. All right, so there's USO. Let's take a look at SMH. All right, and SMH is our semiconductors sector, SMH. All right, SMH up over prior all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, price action up over 17 EMA, that's bullish. Price action up over a bullish, inside a bullish trap, that's bullish. Price action in the upper third, all of those statements are bullish. SMH currently in a downtrend. They'll be in a downtrend till they take out this low right here. Okay, they got themselves into a downtrend by, see that low right there? They made a lower low. And then on top of that, they made another even lower low. So we made ourselves a lower high and lower lows, and they got themselves into a downtrend. Okay, now they can negate this downtrend if they take out that high right there. All right, SMH still bullish, but in a downtrend up here in the upper third. Let's take a look at XLK. All right, XLK, new all-time highs for XLK today. That's bullish, no matter how you spin it. All right, XLK in an uptrend in quadrant 4 over the 17, new all-time high. Doesn't get any better than that. XLI in quadrant 4, that's bullish, making higher lows and higher highs. That's bullish. Underneath the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, not so much bullish there. Closing candles, lower high, lower low, closing underneath a bearish trap and underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, I think the industrials are probably about done here. Okay, price action still in quadrant 4 and still bullish up here. All right, in quadrant 4. All right, they haven't lost everything yet. They're still attached to this all-time high anchored, prior all-time high anchored VWAP. So everything in XLI looking good, but I really just say double top at this time. Really not interested in XLI till they pop that high and make a higher high. So we'll see what happens. If they happen to make a higher low, I might be interested if they breach the midpoint of the pullback. So there's XLI, still in an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. Let's take a look at XLU. All right, here's the utilities. They are making higher lows and higher highs. Okay, so they are in an uptrend, just not moving up. All right, same thing with XLI, just not moving up. They're in an uptrend, but not moving up. All right, XLU, you can see here lower high, lower low, closing under bearish trap under the 17 and under prior all-time high anchored VWAP, but still up in quadrant 4, so that's bullish right there. If we look at XLU, you can see the price action. We came from down here, and we are now in a sloppy flag consolidation. Could even be a consolidation channel right there. If we put some lines in, this could be a channel right through here. All right, it's kind of stuck in this channel for right now. So it's in a bull flag still. All right, but XLU, don't pay much attention to it. I don't. Because typically it's a safety harbor when we go into a recession. A lot of money flocks in there. I would expect if we do get a recession for XLU to hit some new all-time highs. All right, that's a safety harbor for money. If you like playing dividends, it's a safety harbor for 401ks, and IRAs are the products inside the utility sector. Okay, not much movement there, except for right here. Nice bull flag on that. Probably can consolidate here for probably about 8 months. I would expect that. Let's take a look at XLE, energy sector. So energy sector falling out of bed. All right, price action, lower high, lower low, closing underneath a bearish trap underneath the 17, but over the midpoint and just under this all-time high anchored VWAP right there. Is that an all-time high? Yeah, it's an all-time high anchored VWAP right there. Started back in April of 2024. All right, you can see they made an attack on the all-time highs. Couldn't quite climb that breakdown candle high. Okay, price action for XLE. Over the midpoint, so that's bullish, all right? But underneath the 17 and the bear flat and the bear trap, not so much. If it can maintain price over this all-time high anchored VWAP, there is some hope for it. All in all, price action is kind of neutral at this time because price went up and has come back to the same location. So it's nothing but neutral right there. All right. Had they gone up and then held the higher ground, that would have been bullish, but they did not. They went up and then they gave it up. All right. Now, if they go up and they give it up and then more, that's going to be bearish. So right now, just neutral to bullish there over the midpoint. So that's XLE. Let's take a look at XRT. Okay, XRT in the midst of a bull flag. It's a small bull flag in a big bull flag. So here's the small bull flag up and over, holding the higher ground. See, that's the kind of price action I like to find. When price moves up and holds the higher ground, or price moves up and just pulls back and makes a little higher low right there, and then I look for that lightning bolt to happen to the upside. Price action for XRT, which is our retail sector, you can see right here, price moves up, and then it moves over for about 9-10 months of consolidation right there. And you can see we were stuck in this channel. And then we started with a series of higher lows. And then we finally just broke out of the channel. And now we're holding up here. So this is bullish. Price action is making higher highs and higher lows. So that's bullish. Price action is up over the rising 17. That's bullish. Up over an all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. Up in quadrant 4, also bullish. Breaking out of the bull flag consolidation channel, also bullish. You can see price action here made a series of higher lows, preparing you for the breakout. See the series of higher lows right there. Boom, 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 and then lift off right there. Looking for XRT to make its way up to 88.48 right there. That would be our next probably measured move, leg up. All right, I think they can get it done. Keep an eye on Amazon, Costco, and Walmart. Last one. All right, we're going to take a look at the transports. All right, transports give me bad candles, so I'm going to have to go and zoom in and see what we got. Okay, so transports closed 71.51. Let's go back to the daily candle. All right, 71.51. All right, so it looks like the candle's right this time. All right, so IYTs are transports, price action, lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap, under 17 EMA, under two prior all-time high anchored, one all-time high anchored VWAP, one prior all-time high anchored VWAP, and another prior all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, so things are not looking good for transports. Price action, see the uptrend line closing below the uptrend line. That's not good. Price action closing no longer in the upper third. That's not good. Okay, so the upper third would be right about here. All right, notice price action not quite closing in that upper third. So there's IYT, our transportation index. Just keep in mind that 2 weeks ago on this day right here, they put in a new all-time high right there. They're resting. It seems as though whenever they put in a new all-time high, they need 20 days of rest. Let's see what we got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days of rest there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of rest. I guess we could look forward to another 2. All right, so there's IYT. All right, see how they put in a new all-time high there? And then they needed like over 10 days of rest. New all-time high, need 10 days of rest. Like to see price action do this for once on IYT, move up and hold the higher ground. It does it, all right, it does do it, but let me just say it loses its lunch near the end of day or near the end of the week. See that? It moves up, it holds for a nice 4 days, and then they give up the lunch right there. So there's IYT. Maybe this is normal, 10 days of rest before they rally off. Let me just say, if they take out this low right here, okay, take those off. If they pop that low, that's going to be a downtrend. Currently, they're in an uptrend, but they're coming dangerously close to converting this to a downtrend. See right there? So we pop underneath this. We don't have far, just a little bit right there, and then we convert this uptrend into a downtrend, not to mention break the trend line right there. So there's IYT. For trades today, I had a horrible day. All right? Just prepare yourself. Okay, just a rotten day. Let me just say this, revenge trading does not work. Okay, so I traded SPY. I traded SPY calls. I made a little bit on those, not much at all. I traded the only thing that worked for me was my put spread. And then other than that, the market chopped me up. I got taken to the woodshed. All right, I lost on AMC. I think I lost close to, let's see what we got here. On AMC I lost $1,300. QQQ I made money. There's my put spread. I did good on that. AVGO I got out of that. I don't know where it went. All right. Sold my 2 SPY shares right there. Did okay on those. And I did some 610 calls. Didn't make much at all. You can see I'm underwater. $800, $1,200. I only made $38 on that. And then I lost a huge amount on this thing right here. Trying to play the market with that. Lost $7,000 on that. So not a great day for me at all. All right. Still, this is the $25,000, what do we want to call it? The open house account. Still up $10,000. I was really close before. Now, got a little bit of work to do to make that up. All right, so there's an open house for that one. So let me just say, revenge trading doesn't work. All right, so that's it for me for today. I'll see you guys on Monday. A reminder, on Monday I have the webinar in the evening. Yep, thanks. I did buy some BE calls right here. I did like BE. I think BE came off of my list. And I have a 5+5 list. And BE came off my list. See, it's on my Bulls list right there. And thanks to Brent, he pointed it out to me. And we saw this bullish price action on BE on the daily. Here we are on the 10-minute. Okay, see all these highs? See how we went up and we give it up, we go up and we give it up, we go up, we give it up, we go up, we give it up, we go up, we give it up. Well, guess what happened this time? We go up and we parked. Okay, and I saw some breakout. So I saw all of this zigzag consolidation, which looks like accumulation. So I bought some calls. I like the higher low. I like the cradle effect that we're getting there. And so with the higher low, I bought some calls to bust out and check this breakdown candle high right there. You traded out of FTAI put when the chart bottom reversed. Booked a profit. Way to go. Love it. All right. So I'll see you guys on Monday. All right. Don't forget I got the webinar at 8 o'clock in the evening. And then Scott, we're gonna have a little conversation there at 5. And I'll see you guys at 8 o'clock in the morning. All right. Everybody have a wonderful weekend.